What's up, family? Man, I want to have a real heart-to-heart with you guys today. Man, this is going to kind of be epic, kind of deep, but man, it is what it is. You know what I mean? We have to grow up. We have to grow up. Man, so you guys know that, man, I'm a Pisces. I spend a lot of time out at the ocean, just been around water, period. And this channel is a channel about, man, just healing. Just, man, we got to grow up. We got to face our issues, our trauma, and whatever it is, you know, that we've gone through that's hurt us, that's set us back, that's disappointed us, that's broken our heart, whatever. We have to face that stuff. Okay? That's all this channel talks about for the most part. You know what I mean? That's all we talk about, you know? It's just dealing with our stuff. And that's what we're going to talk about a little today. So I've been spending a lot of time at the beach, and one of the things that a young lady, I saw a young lady doing last year when I was out at the beach. I saw her picking up some sea glass. And I was in California, this lady gave me a piece of sea glass and didn't know too much about it, but I took this piece of jewelry she had, I liked it, and she blessed me with it. I think I mentioned it in the video, showed you guys it in one of the old videos years ago. And so this young lady last year, I saw her picking up some glass, and I didn't know what it was. And she told me, showed me what it was. I'm like, okay, that's cool, you know. And this year I'm at the beach and man, just spending time. And I start seeing all these different colors of glass, you know. And just start picking them up, putting them in my pocket. And I've collected quite a few, you know what I mean? Since May. A bunch of different colors, you know, shapes and just all kinds of stuff. We're gonna go somewhere today. Stay with me. I promise you this is gonna get deep, you know. And man, one of the things that God had to show me is like, man, Elijah, there's such a powerful message in that. You need to talk about this. And I've never made a video on sea glass. And today we're gonna talk about just different things, you know, that we get from nature. That if we're paying attention to nature, we can learn and heal in so many different ways. And so many of us, man, we look at life and man, we've been broken, we've been thrown away, we've been rejected, we've been abandoned, you know, we've lost our jobs, we lost our homes, we lost relationships, we've gone through so many painful things in life. And if you're not careful, you start to think it's just you. You start to think, man, what the fuck is wrong with me? To where, man, I'm just thrown away and everybody just constantly throwing me away and woo-doo-doo. Nobody wants to fuck with me. Nobody wants to be in a relationship with me and blah, 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 blah. And we get all discombobulated over being thrown away. And it hurts, man, I've been there. You know, I talk about it a lot here. You know, different relationships I've been in where they just threw me away. And one of the things that God had to show me was, Elijah, you're okay. You're okay. You don't see the big picture yet. And it's like, God, all I see is like, man, it's the same pattern. What the fuck is going on? And what God had to show me is like, Elijah, you guys know the saying. One person's trash is another man's treasure. One man's trash is another man's treasure. Stay with me, I'm going somewhere. I'm like, okay, God, what the fuck ever. You know what I mean? Whatever. You know what I mean? Yeah, we have all these cliches we say to make us feel good. You know what I mean? And it really don't help us. It really don't make us feel any better. You know what I mean? What the hell is going on? And one of the things that God had to show me was sea glass. Was that Elijah, sea glass. It's just glass, pieces of art, dishes, cups, bottles, anything of that nature that has been thrown away, that has been broken in the sea. Stay with me, I'm going somewhere. That's been broken in the sea, thrown about. And you can find sea glass at every beach in the world. There's so many different amazing things about this. Stay with me, I'm going somewhere. You can find sea glass on every beach in the world. And what God was showing me is, Elijah, somebody dropped that glass. Somebody dropped that bottle. Somebody threw it in the ocean, or somebody tossed it in the lake, or not lake, but in the ocean. Somebody, it fell off a boat, it fell off of whatever. Elijah, that piece of glass, that piece of pottery bowl, whatever, man, it's been thrown around by the waves. Somebody didn't want it, threw it out into the water. Or the waves came in, swept it off the sand, and it's just floated around, been tossed back and forth. Just like a lot of you. Life has come in and, man, just fucked us up. Life has come in and just completely just did a number on a lot of us. Things we hadn't planned for, things we wasn't prepared for. Life has come in and just fucked us up. You know what I mean? And it is what it is. And Elijah, the thing about sea glass is that, man, it's just, not only is it just thrown around in the water, just tossed back and forth. Not only is it crashed up against the rocks, man, it's tumbled in the sand. And the sand is changing the dynamics of the glass. The rocks, the waves crashing on it and just throwing it around has completely changed the dynamics of how it started out. What it first looked like ain't what it ends up looking like. And that's the same thing with us in life. It's the same thing with us in life. How we start out ain't how we're gonna finish. And what God had to show us, Elijah, all the trials, all the things you go through in life, all the experiences in life, man, it sits there and it chisels at you. It sits there and it sands you down. It grinds you. It changes you. Same thing with the sea glass. It changes how you appear. It changes your look. Stay with me, I'm going somewhere. And so we've gone through so much, and it's hurt us so bad. It's changed us. It's changed us. And what God had to show us, Elijah, everything is always working out for you. You don't see it when you're at this piece of glass that somebody throws away. Or you don't see it when you're at this piece of glass, this piece of bottle that somebody leaves in the sand. And they walk away and just leave it behind. And now here comes the high tide. Here comes a wave, and it sweeps the glass away from the sand. And now you're caught up in your emotions as you've been tossed back and forth in the waves. You're caught up in your emotions as you've been crashed down against the sand and dragged back out into the water and thrown back up on the sand and just taken back out into the waves, with the waves, and thrown back and forth and back and forth. And you take on water and you start to sink. You start to drown in your emotions of pity and anger and frustration and sorrow and loss. And what could have been, what should have been. And the whys. Why did this happen? Why did this person leave me here? Why did this person throw me away? And then you're shattered. Shattered into 1,000 pieces. Shattered into 100 pieces. And those pieces are thrown around by the waves. And the crazy thing in life is you don't necessarily know who threw the glass into the water. You don't necessarily know what boat or ship that bottle, that dish, that bowl, whatever it was, fell off of. You don't know who it was that left that one piece behind on the beach. You don't know. You don't know if they did it on purpose or if they forgot about it. All we know is that there's a piece of glass that was left behind. And now life and time has taken on and beat the crap out of it and changed it. So it don't even look the same as it originally did. And they said that, man, the process of changing sea glass can take on happen between 20 to 50 years. So process it goes through of being crashed and grinded against the sand and beat against the rocks and the water pounding on it, that takes 20 to 50 years to completely change it. And so now, people all over the world walking along the beach find pieces of sea glass, and it has a powerful meaning to them. Endurance. It's a beautiful piece of art. People make jewelry out of it. People do all kinds of things with this shattered piece of glass, or with this bowl or whatever that somebody didn't want, somebody left behind, or that fell off of something. And now it has a new purpose. The original purpose would never be known. But the purpose now is to show the power of endurance, the power of surviving all of the chaos that you've endured, the power to overcome, the power to transcend the pain and the agony of being shattered and broken and just grinded on, left behind, rejected. The power of withstanding the storms, the heat of the sun, the harshness of the sand and the rocks, the harshness of the waves crashing down on you, the harshness of just being thrown around by the waves and feeling powerless. See, so many of us, man, we go through things in life and we feel powerless. So many of us, we go through things in life and we feel so broken, so shattered, so rejected and unwanted and woo-doo-woo-doo. All the stuff we've gone through has told us that we ain't shit. We'll never be whole again. And what the piece of sea glass represents to us is that you're still a beautiful piece of art. You're unique. No two pieces of sea glass are the same. They come in different shapes, different sizes, different colors. Each of them been in the water, in the sand, different amount of time. Length of time, that is. See, the bottle could have been dropped in Africa, in Asia, South America, Australia, New Zealand, Europe, and it's found its way to you, wherever you're at. You don't know where it went in the water. You just know where it came out at, as this beautiful piece of glass, this beautiful piece of art. The intentions of it going into the water have no significance, have no meaning, no power of this piece of art now. The intentions of the people, of the person who shattered it, who rejected it, who left it behind, who threw it away, their intentions are completely meaningless now. It don't matter what they meant. It don't matter what their intentions were. All that matters now is that that piece of glass is a beautiful piece of art for somebody to enjoy. There's power to that piece of glass. Man, I can overcome anything. I can overcome being unwanted. I can overcome being shattered into a million pieces. I can overcome being rejected, being left behind, being thrown away. Been smashed against the rocks, having the sun beat down on me, withstanding the storms and the violent waves crashing. I can withstand any of that. Anything that I've gone through in life, I can overcome. Because we're this piece of glass. Every one of us, we're a piece of sea glass that's been thrown away, that's been rejected, that life has changed. And the truth is, it's not just sea glass. Yesterday I had the beautiful experience of being out at the beach again. And I've talked about in the past, man, wanting to find heart-shaped rocks. I found several of them. This young lady, the same one that got me into collecting sea glass. And I started diving deep into the meaning of sea glass, the spiritual significance of it, the spiritual power of the sea glass. And the trick is, man, when you look at it, stay with me, still talking about growth and development. When you look at it, all of that energy of the waves, of the sand, of the sun, the moon, the rocks are now in that piece of glass. Same thing with rocks. And that same young lady, she knew that I've been looking for heart-shaped rocks. And she gave me this piece yesterday. I don't know if I'm doing it any justice, but man. And I don't know if you guys could see it's broken in little pieces. It's got little holes and cracks all up in it. Probably a better view of it. But they're all different types of indentions and cracks within this heart, in this rock. And this is a lot of our hearts. It's gone through so much. We've been broken in so many times. We've had our hearts crushed, stomped on. Another piece. This is a piece that I found yesterday. Again, I can't do it the service that it, And again, you can see the holes all in it, the cracks, the crevices. It's probably a better view anyways. Man, this rock has gone through it. You know what I mean? It's gone through it. Look at all the stuff that's happened to this rock. And yet, everything that's happened to it has made it into this heart. A symbol of love. A symbol of withstanding the test of time. The last piece that I found yesterday. Beautiful piece, to me anyways. It's just a piece of rock. And man, life, the waves, the sand, other rocks, man, they beat on it. He sanded it down. You know what I mean? And look at this. This is what happens to us in life. We go through a lot in life. We endure a lot in life. Getting some tea. We endure a lot in life. But we withstand it. We endure it all. My hope and prayer is that you don't just go through all the crap that you've gone through and come out bitter, angry, and toxic as fuck. But when you go through the crap that you go through, whatever it is, learn to grow through it. And when you grow through it, you'll come out like all this beautiful sea glass, having been broken, having been shattered, having been rejected and thrown around, but coming out as a beautiful piece that someone can make into a piece of art, into a piece of jewelry. That when you go through and grow through what you go through, you'll come out like a beautiful heart, a symbol of love. You'll come out more loving, more nurturing, with a greater passion to heal and to help others heal. Because this is why we came here. We can learn a lot from nature if we humble ourselves, get in alignment with God, Source, the universe, the Most High. Man, happy healing. I love you guys, and thank you for being with me on this beautiful journey that we call life. Namaste. The God in me sees, recognizes,